Sunday at the Rio de Janeiro Olympics has seen China win its first gold medals. Zheng Shui shot to victory in the women's 10-meter air pistol event. And Wu Mingxiao and Shouting Mao also won the women's synchronized 3-meter springboard competition. 4 countries have won 7 medals so far, with China and Italy holding 2 gold apiece. The United States and Japan have 1 gold each. Australia has 3. And we've just learned that China has won another gold medal in weightlifting. We understand that Longqing Chuan actually broke the world record in the 56-kilogram division. CCTV's Joel Richards is joining us from Olympic Park. Joel, a great day for China.
Evening, Susan. Absolutely right. A good day now. It didn't start off quite like that way, however, because Lei Sheng, the flag bearer for China, crashed out of fencing in the round of 32. A real surprise there. Remember, he was the gold medalist from London 2012. So the day didn't start too well, but as you said, it picked up there just recently in the weightlifting, earlier on in the shooting, which we'll come back to in a moment. But let's really stick with Wu Mingxia in the synchronized swimming. A spectacular achievement for her individually, of course, also for her partner, Shouting Mao. They won then the 3-meter synchronized springboard final. And for Wu Mingxia now, this really puts her as one of the great Olympian divers of all time, if not the best diver of all time, because with today's gold medal, Wu Mingxia broke out several other records as well. Let me just take you through a couple of those. She's now the only diver to have won 5 gold medals in total. Her total medal tally is 7. That's more than any male or female diver in the history of the Olympics. She's now won the 3-meter event in 4 successive Olympic Games. So again, it's an astonishing achievement, and she's done all of this at the age of 30, Susan. So a real achievement there for Wu Mingxia, the oldest diving medalist in the history of the Olympic Games. But this does come on the back of, as you mentioned, Susan, an earlier gold medal in the 10-meter air pistol, the women's shooting. Zheng Mingxiao, she took her first gold in her very first Olympics appearance, and as we can now hear from her, she herself was surprised by her win.
I never expected this to come. During the competition, I had been thinking about how to make my next shot better. We have a strong team behind us, a strong coach and team. They gave me and everyone in our team strong support.
So an excellent performance there in the shooting, and then rounding off a great day for China, which, as we said, Susan, didn't begin quite as expected, but nonetheless 3 golds so far.
Joel, moving on to Russia, the doping scandal. The entire Russian team been banned from the Paralympics that followed the Summer Olympics in Rio.
That's right. A major decision taken today by the International Paralympic Committee. They've decided that for the Paralympic Games here in Rio in September, there will be a blanket ban for Russian athletes. Now, of course, this is subject to an appeal, but certainly this is a very different decision to the one that was taken by the International Olympic Committee, where they decided that for the Games currently taking place, it would be up to individual sports federations to decide. Meanwhile, the Paralympic Committee then deciding that there will be no Russian athletes whatsoever. And this is fast becoming, Susan, really one of the key issues away from the track and field and obviously the other events, because elsewhere we've seen real tension between the Australian and Chinese swimming teams after the men's 400 meters, allegations there. Also other allegations levelled at the Kenya athletics team that I know you'll be looking at in a few moments. So this really is an issue which continues to dirty the Olympics image, Susan.
And we understand that the U.S. gymnast, obviously, Simone Biles, is a favorite there, a medal favorite, and that she's been wowing the audiences.
That's absolutely right. Simone Biles, then, as we stick to some of the action from today, she began in the women's team gymnastics. She fared very well, but let's just get a flavour of how she managed to really captivate the audience here at the Olympic venue in Rio. So dancing there to the classic samba, Mais Que Nada, here where obviously the song comes from in Rio. Simone Biles then producing some spectacular performances. She featured the best in the floor, in the vault and in the beam. All of this, of course, in the women's gymnastics, which will have the final on Tuesday. But it already seems that Simone Biles, who has set many records in the World Championships, looks set to really do the same here at the Olympics, and already past champions are saying that she's already one of the greatest athletes, and certainly, of course, gymnasts of all time, Susan.